Hi, I'm Mike, and this is an intro. Alright, what we got here is the new Forged in Stone EDH deck. Ignore the price tag, that is not a thing. Well, it is, but it's already taken care of. So what I'm going to do is basically, thing I've been looking forward to for a while, I'm going to open her up. As you can see on the front, Nahiri the Lithomancer. She's one of the 5 new planeswalkers you can use as a general, and, well, her abilities easily say, please, abuse artifacts. I'm asking you to, please. That sounds better in my head, but you get the point, because artifacts in this deck are insane. I suck at opening these things, by the way. It's kind of like Christmas morning. Just less wrapping paper. Oh, not really. Ah. The foil card, ooh, has a new bottom, too. Nice. I'm going to save that. Might use her as a general. The new box. I don't like them as much as the first sets for Commander box, but it fits and holds the cards. That's really all I care about. Oh, hell yeah. Basically, I was not really sure they were going to put the tokens in there, but they are. Check out how awesome this is. This is the one that Nahiri, basically the Lithomancer, creates. It's the one she's holding in there, and it is amazing what it does. But that's not what makes her broken. I'll go into that later on a different deck, though. Right now, I get to open this thing up. Stoneforged Blade. Core Soldier. Core Soldier. Angel. Angel. Soldier. I actually like tokens, so this is kind of fun. Soldier. I don't think I got enough soldiers. Another Core Soldier. No Pegasi. Plains. Oh wow, the art on this. Of course. Eldrazi lands. Right out of Zendikar. Awesome looking lands. With the Hedrons and the floating fields. It's desolate and beautiful all at the same time. It's all white. Go figure, it's an all white deck. And here we have the regular size Nahiri the Lithomancer. I won't waste your time reading off her abilities, just it's her first and second abilities I think are her most broken. The first because it automatically equips, the second because you can get it from the graveyard or the field. And for some of the more expensive artifacts, that's very fun. Oh hell yeah. Giselle Goldmane, Johnny's brother, and the guy who turns a swarm of just a few 1/1 tokens, maybe like 4 or 5 of them, into a credible threat. He's insanely good. Kemba. Put artifacts, get tokens. Works really well with the guy I just showed you. Containment Priest. It takes all those cheating cards, like Kalia or Narset, and says goodbye to them. It stops them flat out, and I have a Narset deck. This is actually scary. Grand Abolisher. Keeps you safe during your own turn. And a few others. Mentor the Meek. Put out cheap guys. Pay 1. Get more. Gotta love them. This guy is interesting. If you have a lot of things in the graveyard already, a lot of creatures, then when he dies, you get a lot of spirit tokens, which could be useful if someone board wipes you twice. Or board wipes then nukes him. Silverblade Paladin. I never got a copy of this guy before, so I'm actually really glad I got him. He gives someone double strike really quickly. That could easily hurt with a lot of cards in here, especially with artifacts. Jelly Field Marshal. I'm not actually too thrilled about her. Granted, she gives everyone a 2/2 boost and vigilance, so not bad. Hold up a second. Yeah, I'm going to edit that out. So there's the Field Marshal. Geistarn Monk. She's pretty good, but not my favorite. I'm going to probably take out this later on. Requiem Angel helps put out more tokens. The Valkyrie. I showed her in a Kalia deck, and she's amazing for what she does. Sun Titan, old favorite. Get artifacts and anything cheap back. Sunblast. An angel that board wipes. Gotta love it. Ooh, Twilight Shepherd. I forgot that was in there. If someone board wipes you, or you do, you get her back, at least once, and when she re-enters, you get all cards that enter your graveyard back to your hand. She's a little expensive, but in an all-white deck, you don't need to worry about the mana curve too much. This is so interesting. It's taking care of a swarm that's attacking you right off the bat. And it's not a bad body for what it does. It's a flying 5/4. But she takes care of threats that are going to wipe you out. That's worthwhile. Sarah Avatar. I love giving this card lifelink. If you know what it does, it's a stupid way to do it, and it's so fun. Armistice. Honestly, I'm not really too thrilled about this card. I like that it lets you draw, but 5 for cards, not really worth it. This card, on the other hand, Mobilization. Pay 3, get 1. If you have a lot of mana, end of turn, you suddenly have an army. So worthwhile. I'm going to put it in a different deck later on, but love the card. Same with this one. You have to sack 1 every turn, but it's so much cheaper, and it's just worth it. This thing. If you do nothing else, you get decently strong creatures. If you pay the multi-kicker, you get revives, which can be very useful if some cards are in your graveyard that you really want. Say, maybe a Sun Titan. Pays for itself over. Cathar's Crusade. I like what it does. It's a card that can break a game. If you put a lot of tokens out, you'll win. But there's been a few times where the math involved has made me quit rather than win the game because my opponent insisted, and I'm an English major. No thank you. True Conviction. The best way to turn a token army into the token endgame. It's just fun. Even if you have only 1 creature out, it makes something really funny. Oblation. Probably one of the best ways to get rid of enemies in white. Shuffles them in and draws 2 cards. And if you have something you don't like, you can draw the cards. Benevolent Offering. Now this card I didn't look into too much. Choose an opponent. You and that player each put 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. Choose an opponent. You gain 2 life for each creature you control. That player gains 2 life for each creature he or she controls. So you can be nice and give the opponent you choose both times so they get a life. Or if you're doing multiplayer, one guy with no creatures gets nothing, you get creatures and you get life. So if nothing else, you are guaranteed to get a 6 points of life and 3 creatures to block. At an instant speed, that can change a game pretty quickly. And you can do a little diplomacy with this, so I'll probably use this quite a bit. Oh, this card. Comeuppance. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control this turn by a source you don't control. That right there, that's fun. 1 turn, someone tries to wipe you out. Game over for them, except you stop it. If damage from a creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to that creature. If damage from a non-creature source is prevented this way, Comeuppance deals that much damage to the source of that creature's controller. This ends so many combos. Let's see, who can do it? And since it's... doesn't say for turn, so it's a little limited there, but for what it does, if someone tries to one-shot you, game over, man. Except for them. At least for that creature. And if it's a spell trying to do it, say they have some kind of combo to make a fireball huge, I've seen a few decks that do that. Yeah, the game's going to end, but not how they expect. White Sun Zenith. Token reduction, it shuffles back in. Hell, I've even used it just to shuffle a few times, so even that alone makes it awesome. Fell the Mighty. This card I honestly was so looking forward to. I have a thing. I love board wipes. And this thing is a really nice board wipe because you're guaranteed that you're going to get one of your creatures. Or at least the one creature you want to survive. Hopefully it's a weak one because if you choose the strongest creature on the field, you're not using it right. But it's so fun. And it's a 5-drop, so it's right in that medium range. Gives you control, and it lets you really do fun stuff. Again, I like board wipes, so I'm biased. Nomad's Assembly. Take your army and make it bigger. Next turn, do the same thing. Oh, I love this card. Deploy to the front. I haven't really looked into this one too much. Put X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the back. Oh! So it has a similar effect to what the Nomad's Assembly, the previous card, did. It's a sorcery speed, so it's a little slow, and it's a 7-drop. On the other hand, its number of creatures on the battlefield, so you can have absolutely no one. Holy crap, that's a lot better than I was expecting. That's easily you win game. I mean, if you have like even one person with lifelink out there, or maybe one of the Soul Wardens, then you easily get a ton of life too. I love that card. Wow. Martial Coup. It is the exact opposite of the previous card. If X is 5 or more, destroy all creatures and get X tokens. 4 or less, you just get X tokens. So you get an army and you wipe everyone else out. Gotta love it. Decree of Justice. It's a little more expensive because of the 2X. I don't like double X cards. But even for cycling alone, the cycling cost I think is quite worthwhile. 3, draw a card, and then put out X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. For the X, it's worthwhile. For the regular cost up here, see if you can see it. If you can pay it, great. Flying Angels are good. But the soldier cost I think is so much better. And this is the reason I got this deck. Masterwork of Ingenuity. Pay 1. Artifact. Any land color. Put it out. It enters the battlefield as a copy of equipment on the battlefield. There is so much you can do with this. For example, if you get her ultimate, you put out the really, really, really good token. Here, I'll roll out for you because I can now. Yeah. Get another one. 2 of these, 2 creatures, or even just 1 on them, that's 10, double strike 20. Put on your general, you can have the weakest general in the world, and the game ends. I have no idea what this card costs right now, actually, but I'll be very surprised if it doesn't jump up to double digits, at least at some point. It's so very useful and versatile. You can fit in almost any deck. Pearl Medallion. Yeah, white spells are cheaper, and this is an all-white deck. It fits perfectly. The Warhammer. It's hard to believe this was originally an uncommon card out of Mirrodin. Until you remember how broken Mirrodin was, in which case it actually made sense. But yeah, trample, lifelink, +3/+0. Not bad. Stratascythe. The card that makes a single color deck so much more viable, because it just buffs you for that. Sword of Vengeance. Pretty much a chroma without nearly the protection. But, First Strike, Vigilance, Haste, Trample, those are all very good abilities that can make a commander much more dangerous. Bone Horde. Creatures in graveyard give it power. It's a living weapon, so it comes out as a creature and you can equip it later on. Moonsilver Spear. Puke Angels and give First Strike to someone. Not bad. Wish it had a little more to it than that, but not bad all the same. I don't know why, but I can never find a copy of this card. Argentum Armor. It's expensive to drop, expensive to equip, and it can change the game. Whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target permanent. That is scary. Add on this +6/+6, and you really can change the game with this. Especially if you give someone multiple attack steps, in which case you can probably board wipe someone given time. The Sky Ruin. Enters the battlefield tapped, taps for 1 white, but really, there's no reason you're using it for that. You have this in here because the second you hit 7 lands, and an all-white deck, that's easy, you start returning creature cards from the graveyard to the battlefield. It's a land. That's much harder to destroy. Possible, but harder. This can change the game easily. And here we have more land. Ooh. More lands. The Arcane Lighthouse. I've actually heard a few people talking about how they want to buy the deck just for this card. It adds mana, doesn't come in tap, very useful, but pay 1, until end of turn, creatures your opponents control lose Hexproof and Shroud, and can't have Hexproof and Shroud. Okay, I like Hexproof and Shroud creatures, so this would really screw me over, actually. I'm hoping it doesn't become popular just because I like those abilities, but if not, I know I'm going to trade this away for someone who will give me a lot of stuff I like. And maybe not, who knows. It's a very useful card. Cycling land, Ghost Quarter, so it's land destruction of a sense. Now this is an old card I haven't seen in a long time. You have to return lands to your hand to play it, but taps for 2. If only it didn't enter tap, it'd be so much more better. Oh god, that was bad English. Cycling land. Temple of the False God. Just useful. White Mane Lion. Not as flashy, but if something has an enter the battlefield ability, this will let you reuse it. And it's a 2/2 for 2. Not bad. Destroy enchantment or artifact. Useful. Not the best card, but useful. Lets you reuse enter the battlefield abilities. This is fun. Flying and double strike. It's a 1/1. But really, this deck is going to be taking advantage of artifacts once I adjust it. So, he's an amazing base. Flying. Oh, no, yeah, flying, flash, split second so he can't be countered. He stops other things from being countered, which is actually a really awesome ability. And buffs other white creatures. It includes the opponents, but since there's going to be a huge rush of single-color decks, that's actually a lot better than it would seem. Brave the Elements. White creatures you control gain protection from the color of your choice on the turn. And because this is not going to be focusing on auras, but more artifacts, doesn't hurt me. And it's an all-white deck, so I could easily win a game with this. Condemn. Great to get rid of attacking generals. I love the card for that reason. I put it in every deck I can. Afterlife. Destroy target creature. And exchange it for a 1/1 white spirit creature token. Oh crap, my legs are going numb. Midnight Haunting. More tokens. Wing Shards. How to screw over the opponent who just cast a bunch of spells to puke out a bunch of attacking creatures. It has Storm. That says enough. Target player sacrifices an attacking creature. It has Storm. I already said it, but really, it has freaking Storm. It's just broken. It's so fun. Return to Dust. Yeah, everyone knows this card by now. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If you cast it during your main phase, you may exile up to one other target enchantment or artifact. 2 for the price of 1. Not bad. Gift to the Estates. Pay 2 mana, sorcery speed, and you basically get land tax, but sorcery. Not bad. Good way to get lands in your hand, and in white, that's more useful than you kind of find anywhere. More tokens. Skull Clamp. Oh, wow, the art on this thing is nice. See that? Yeah, it's a really fun card, and with how this deck looks to be set up immediately, you're going to be puking out tokens, so you're going to get a lot of draw out of this. Soul Ring. Pay 1, get 2. Oh god, that is so fun and broken. Love the card. Marble Diamond, great to get with Soul Ring. 2-drop. Next turn, get a land. It's basically a mirror that you can't kill. As easy. More draw. Swiftfoot Boots, gotta love it. This is interesting. Add to your mana pool 1 mana of any color of your commander's identity. Sacrifice it, draw a card. The sack? Good. The tap. In a 5-color deck, this fixes all your problems right off the bat. I'm probably going to put it in there just because it's so useful. It fits in every commander deck because it literally is perfect for every commander deck. Assault Suit. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, haste, can attack you or planeswalker you control, and can't be sacrificed. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of the equipped creature until end of turn. If you do, untap it. Basically, it's a good way to make someone fight for you. Not bad. I like it. Lore Seeker's Stone. 6-drop. 3, tap, draw 3 cards. This ability costs 1 more to activate for each card in your hand. If you're really out of luck and you have no cards in hand, this is unbelievably good. And really, that's what it's for. Keep the game going when you have nothing else. So, now that you've seen the deck, I've opened it, I talked a bit about more than I expected, and hey, I'm looking forward to see what I can do to it. I'll probably put up a video in a few days where I just go to town putting in artifacts. I've kind of been looking forward to this. So, I'm Mike. Later.